Hey y'all, happy Friday. So today is kind of a landmark day for me. It is the 1 year anniversary of doing one of the scariest things I have ever done. And that was leaving my job that I worked for 25 years to resell on eBay full time. Today is exactly 1 day since the last time I punched somebody else's time clock. And I would be lying if I said I was not absolutely terrified that day. I was filled with emotions, filled with fear, but also really excited about betting on myself and what I'm able to do. And I have to say, after a year of having done this, it was the best decision I ever made. I love being a reseller. I love hanging out with you guys on the internet and sharing all my fun finds. Obviously, you all know I love sourcing and finding new, interesting items to list. And I love the progress, how it allows me to learn and grow as a person. The things that I know now that I didn't know a year ago are absolutely insane. It's amazing how much I've learned in a year, even just walking around the storage unit and seeing how much it's changed in a year. So thanks for being along here for the ride, and now let's show you the things that sold today. The timing of this was perfect. I actually think I had my best 1 weekday sales total ever today, which is amazing. The first thing that we're shipping out is this vintage Echo Eterna potato masher tool, which I picked up in an estate sale for $1. It sold for $9.95. Now we're heading over to grab a rather large item, so we're gonna have to use the step stool and move some items out of the way. This item was so big it actually wouldn't even fit on my board game shelf, even though it is a board game, because it's just so large. So I stuck it up here with my puzzles. This board game is called Atmosphere, and it is kind of unique. It's a very elaborate board game with a ton of pieces, and it is complete. I picked it up at a thrift store, but one of the pieces that it comes with is actually interesting. We're going to pop it open and show you. So this is made by Mattel, and I'm going to assume it was made in the 90s, but it's got these huge, big cardboard wood pieces for a big board space. But look, you even use a VHS tape with it. Kind of interesting. Lots of stuff going on. Here, we'll show you the back so you can kind of get an idea of how complicated this board game is. If I can get this lid shut. All right, here we go. Look how big that is. So you saw those little triangle pieces? There are 6 of them that you got to put together. This thing took up my whole floor when I put it together for my pictures. So anyway, I paid $2.99 for this at my local thrift store, and it sold for $35.67. Now going from something huge to something itty bitty tiny, we sold one of our Star Wars figures that we got in that big old box of toys from the thrift store, which I still haven't even made it maybe a quarter of the way through. Have lots more left to list, but I kind of get distracted and move on to other things. This is a Galoob Micro Machine AT-AT from Star Wars. We paid 10 cents for it, and it sold for $7.95. Now we have an item from the bins going out. It's also kind of a toy, kind of a game, kind of a puzzle. Nice little mix of things, although I'm not quite sure where it is. It's not where I thought it was. Let's keep hunting around. It was where I thought it was supposed to be. It was just hidden under something. This is a never-ending star Rubik's Cube. So it's not necessarily a Rubik's Cube like traditional, but look, it's kind of like a fidgety toy that, you can just keep folding and mixing. I don't know if you can actually solve it though to make it all one color. Either way, I paid $0.25 at the bins. It sold for $6.76. Now we have a book going out, and this was a pretty cool find at the bins. I live in the Virginia Beach, Norfolk area of Virginia. Actually, the city I live in, Chesapeake. And so we have a huge Navy military presence in the area. So you find a lot of military stuff around here. But when I saw that this at the bins, I could not resist picking it up. It is the Uniform Code of Conduct for the military. And so I thought this was interesting, and it is a first edition from 1950. So for 50 cents, well worth picking up and giving it a shot. and I'm glad we did because it ended up selling for $29.72. Now we have another book going out, and this one I think is actually kind of funny. So I picked this coloring book up at the bins. It only cost me $0.25, but it triggered a forgotten memory. I actually took an anatomy class my sophomore year of high school, and the reason I took it is because there was a boy in that class who was a senior and I had a huge crush on, but I never had the nerve to talk to him up to that point, and he was taking this anatomy class, and my best friend at the time told me, hey, so-and-so's in this anatomy class, you should come check it out. So I did. I switched classes and joined it, and turns out I fell in love with the anatomy class, not so much with the boy. So when I saw this unused coloring book at the bins, I had to pick it up, and it sold for $15.95. And that coloring book's actually really cool. It's very useful in learning and memorizing the parts of the body. So if you ever find one, check it out. It's kind of neat. Next up, we have a vintage craft mayonnaise jar going out, and it was filled with like screws and nails and stuff like that in an estate sale garage. But this thing is from the 1940s. It's got mustard advertising on the lid. And to think that this glass jar survived 80 years is amazing to me. I only paid 50 cents for it. It sold for $21.21. Now we have another item from the garage of a different estate sale going out. And this was from the estate sale company that I love going to because I can fill a bag for like $10. I filled 3 bags that day actually. And I saw this tube and saw it said Mopar on it, and I'm like, hey, it only cost me about 10 cents to throw it in this bag with all this other stuff. Let's pick it up. So I did, and when I got home and was going through everything, I decided to research it, and oh my gosh, was I blown away. I figured I could maybe get $10 for it, and I was pleasantly surprised. My 10 cents turned into $59.95. So if something says Mopar on it, definitely worth checking out. Alright guys, look where we are. We are right beside the famous slippers, but instead we have flip-flops going out, which makes sense, it's getting warm. And these are actually new old stock. They still have the tags on them, not worn at all. And I'm probably going to butcher it, but they are Olukai flip-flops, and look, retail $70. Even though they're not used, I put them at a discounted rate and accepted an offer. So I paid $1 at a yard sale. They sold for $50.96. Happy to move them out. They got a deal. I got a deal. Now we have another yard sale item going out. This one's been in the store for a while. These are 3 new old stock Levi's tank tops for men. The package originally came with 4, but there's only 3 left. Paid 50 cents. They sold for $14.95. Now this is an item that I found at the bins, and I didn't know what it was, but it looked old and it looked complicated. So I thought it was pretty cool, and it's relatively lightweight. Only paid about $0.25 for it, so it was worth picking up. But this is an air navigation tool. And look, you guys, these feathers from these Annalee dolls, I'm going to be finding them for 10 years. So anyway, here's the air navigation tool. Don't know how to use it. Looks complicated. I'll leave that for the experts, but it finally sold for $14.95. Now you guys get to see my dirty little secret. I cleaned up in here today, but I shoved all these boxes that we've gotten from the house from Amazon and my boyfriend's brought from work for me to pack with. I shoved them in front of the filing cabinet, and then of course I had to get something out of the filing cabinet. This is a set of 3 washcloth bath mitts. And they are double-sided. They got the little boy on one side, and then you got this girl on the other side. It's kind of got like a Holly Hobby hat on it. And they are very cool. I picked them up at an estate sale for 50 cents. They sold for $6.76. Now we are using the stool again. We've got to grab something big off of a top shelf. And you can see it already. Let's climb up here carefully to get it. This is going to be a bugger to get down because it's actually got a handful of loose pieces, and I don't want to drop any of them. And a lot of this is hard to do when you're filming one-handed, but we're going to figure it out. So this Redskins helmet that you see right here, now I'm using the phone to support the helmet to keep it from falling. This Redskins helmet we picked up 2 weeks ago at a yard sale. That was like the best yard selling day ever, you guys. And it's actually a chip and dip set. So got the bowl for the chips on the top and then the little lid to go over it. And then you can put 2 different types of dips down there in the face guard area. Very cool item. Only paid $3 at a yard sale. It sold for $59.95. And that same weekend, we swung by, I think, 1 or 2 estate sales, but the yard sales were so good, I didn't even mind not going to estate sales. But this one was actually good. They had a bunch of coffee mugs marked at $1 a piece, and when I saw this Daisy Odagiri Japan mug, I couldn't resist it. It's so pretty and so well made. Paid $1, it sold for $14.95. Now, this next item is also in the cabinet, and it's on a lower shelf, so I had to really move some stuff out of the way. This time it is a shirt, and it's actually a polo style shirt, collared, and it's new old stock. You can see there it's still got the large size sticker on it. I don't normally look for clothes at estate sales, but when I saw this, I couldn't resist picking it up. It has the tag still on it, and it is actually a souvenir shirt from the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, which, if you guys don't know, that's the shop from Pawn Stars. I paid $2, it sold for $20. Someone sent me an offer and I accepted. And now our last thing going out. I just put that bread box down there because I didn't have anywhere else to stick it at the moment, and of course that's the bin I have to go into. We are looking for a stained glass style window sun catcher. And I don't remember how long ago I listed this one. I know I've had it for a while because I picked it up last year on a highway sale. I got it at a yard sale and only paid 50 cents for it. Here it is. But I can't believe it took me this long to list. But I don't think it's been listed very long, really. Like maybe a month or two. Either way, it is a goose with a bunch of tulips. So I think that's pretty cool. And obviously the geese are doing well right now. I paid 50 cents at that yard sale on the highway sale, and it sold for $12.95. So I have $14.44 in all these items, and they are $382.63 in sales on a weekday. 26 times our money, and definitely making me feel super great about my decision to go full-time. And so we are going to celebrate these sales, celebrate my 1-year anniversary as a reseller, and we'll see you soon with another video of what sold.